The Cincinnati Bengals weren't supposed to look like this. One injury, and suddenly the entire machine stalls. The offense that once terrified the league now looks hesitant, predictable, almost confused. And now the question nobody in Cincinnati wanted to ask is being shouted everywhere. Were they too dependent on one man? When Joe Burrow isn't on that field, something changes. The timing is off. The swagger disappears. Play calls get safer. Receivers aren't attacking the ball the same way. Defenses aren't backing up in fear anymore. It's not just about missing throws, it's about missing presence. Burrow isn't just the quarterback. He's the identity. And without him, the Bengals don't look like contenders. They look exposed. But the offense unraveling was only the first crack in the wall. Because inside that locker room, the energy feels different. You can see it on the sideline. Defensive players grinding through long drives, knowing they have to be nearly perfect just to keep games close. Frustration builds quietly at first. Then it shows in body language. Veterans staring at tablets longer than usual. Fewer smiles, shorter conversations. When one unit carries the weight for too long, tension creeps in. And whether anyone says it publicly or not, the defense knows they can't do this alone. That's when the outside noise got louder. Stephen A. Smith stepped in and lit the match. On national television, he floated the idea that shook Bengals fans to their core, bringing Shedeur Sanders as insurance. Not as a replacement, not as a betrayal, as protection. And just like that, the debate exploded. Is this smart business? Or is this disrespect to the franchise quarterback who changed everything? The moment that suggestion hit the airwaves, social media caught fire. Bengals Twitter split into two camps instantly, one side screaming loyalty. We ride with Burrow! The other side asking a colder question. What if the season slips away while we wait? Sports radio lines jammed. Fans mocked up Sanders jerseys in orange and black within hours. Some called it desperate, others called it bold, but nobody called it boring. And that's when things got even more interesting. Because if you really look at it, Shedeur Sanders fits the modern NFL spotlight. Tough, confident, comfortable under pressure. He's played on big stages his entire life. The swagger isn't forced, it's natural. And Cincinnati isn't exactly a small story anymore. This team lives in prime time now. Sanders brings energy, he brings attention, and reports claim he thrives when doubted. For some fans, that's exactly the spark this team needs. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. Bringing him in changes everything. It's not just about plugging in another arm. It's about salary cap math. It's about chemistry. It's about what happens the second Burrow is healthy again. Do you create a quarterback controversy where there wasn't one? Do you risk dividing a locker room that's already fragile? Because once you open that door, you can't close it easily. And then there's the bigger question hovering over all of it. Was this window always thinner than it looked? The Bengals built this era around Burrow's calm dominance. If the system collapses without him, what does that say about sustainability? Great teams survive adversity. They adjust. They don't panic. But standing still might be the bigger risk. Fans are stuck between emotion and reality. Loyalty feels right,